Good morning. Welcome back. You're still watching Daybreak on this 20th day of August 2024. And in studio I have Senator Richard Onyonka, the Senator of Kisii County. Good morning, Senator.
Good morning, Sammy.
How was the break?
I feel more relaxed. I'm okay. I'm ready to start working again.
Okay, you'll be telling us about the president's visit in Kisii. It has generated a lot of heat on different platforms, but we can talk about that later on. Jeffrey Ruku, Member of Parliament for Mbeere North, good morning.
Good morning, Sam.
Yes, it's good to see you again.
Good to see you too.
Great. You're still expecting Senator of Narok, Ledama Olekina. As soon as he's here, you'll be joining the panel. But this morning, you're waking up to Raila's Nabs Uhuru talks. Is the main story on the Daily Nation about Azimio la Umoja One Kenya Coalition Party, the meeting that was supposed to be chaired by President Uhuru Kenyatta, of course, the former president. But ODM went ahead to convene a press conference at 1 p.m., which they strongly warned against any attempt to topple the Azimio leader. And you have that story of University for the Rich, students slapped with hefty fees, and the complaints that have been, and the standard, the same, that the lawmakers will be meeting a varsity funding model. Also, you'll find that in the dailies, Kawira hopes winning streak will continue as trial starts at the Senate. Of course, that is considering the impeachment motion that was passed by the County Assembly of Meru. So today, we're expecting that the governor will have a chance to defend her case. But before we go there, Senator Onyonka, what is happening within Azimio One Kenya Coalition? Because yesterday we listened to a press conference by the ODM party leadership, including Gladys Wanga, who is now supposed to be the chairperson. Has that been approved or not?
Something like that. I don't know.
You don't know how come?
Actually, my answer to you, Sam, is that for all the questions you're asking above, I don't know.
What do you mean? You're a member of ODM.
I'm just from recess. I came back to Nairobi. I'm not in the NEC. I'm not in the executive.
Yeah.
I completely don't know what the issues are.
Okay. All right. I wish you knew, because
my honest feeling is that these all statements and the issues here, it's just a waste of time.
Waste of time.
Yeah. Their horse has bolted. ODM has joined government. I don't see why Kalonzo or anybody or Eugene Omala will worry to even hold meetings. Why? I mean, you understand. I feel so frustrated because what is it that they're asking for?
Yeah.
And some of these political marriages, you can't force them. So it has reached a stage. I think the party leader of ODM has said he's going his way. I think the other two gentlemen needs to figure out where to go. I'm comfortable with that.
It looks like you're the only person in ODM who believes that ODM has joined government, because the others have been saying there's nothing like that. They just donated a few members.
What are you calling about donating? What was being donated? Is it money or friendship? I mean, who is the Kenyan CS for finance today? It is John Mbadi. John Mbadi is who? He has been the chairman of ODM. John Mbadi has been nominated member at the National Assembly. So I don't see why people want to split the configuration. Oh, you know, we have just donated. No. I mean, ODM is in government. And I'm finding it very difficult as an oversight officer what to do with the government, because I will continue oversighting the government. I'm going to oversight Mbadi. I'll be talking about what he does if it's wrong. All right? And I'll congratulate him if he does it well.
That is interesting. Honorable Ruku, do you have any thoughts about what is happening? Because now it appears Kenya Kwanza has gotten into the other parties. They have been accused of raiding political parties. It appears if what Senator Onyonka is to be taken as the reality, then Kenya Kwanza has also succeeded in raiding the ODM.
ODM joined the government signed for entirety. For entirety, and there should be no urabaru about it. Bandi is the finance minister, and any matter economic or financial of the Republic of Kenya at the moment lies squarely in the hands of ODM. Yes. Anything energy and petroleum in the Republic of Kenya at the moment lies squarely in the hands of ODM. Anything micro enterprise and cooperatives and Asra Fund rise squarely in the hands of ODM at the moment. we are consulting them, regularly, to ensure that the government of Kenya,
the technocrats,
the government of Kenya is well running. So, and we have no problem with that. As my brother Karuma said, there's nothing like opposition in our constitution. There's nothing like in Parliament. All members of Parliament should carry out oversight to different government entities, not only different government entities, but also to the general public, whether private companies, whatever it is, any matter of public interest. And it is both those in minority and those in majority. So the argument is that government should be shared, and that is exactly what is happening.
What are you saying? Government should be shared. How exactly? So, beyond those 5 CSs that you talk about,
yes,
what role does ODM have in running of the affairs of the state?
ODM is running the government.
How?
Is part of the government.
How exactly?
Some Treasury is one of the critical docket. It's one of the critical docket of any government in the world. Whether Kenyan government or United States of America government, Treasury is a key component.
Yeah.
A very critical docket of running government affairs. You understand the PSs and other CSs queue at the Treasury to see the CS and the PSs at the Treasury. So that there are occasions which has been set aside by the Parliament, by the National Assembly, their budget allocation. They can be able to see them in their respective bank accounts or the ministries and state departments.
So that's what I'm asking.
So it's a very critical
I really understand what you're saying, that...
Not arm of government, but docket of government.
Just wait. These cabinet secretaries were holding crucial positions within the ODM. Now they are in cabinet.
Yes.
What exactly is the role of ODM in government, beyond just saying that people will queue to the Treasury, as a party, as an institution?
Did you see a couple of days ago, PS Treasury going to consult with the leader of ODM,
Dr.
Raila Odinga? I'm sure you'll be seeing quite a number of CSs or permanent principal secretaries going to consult with Raila Odinga. I'm sure you also see when we have serious state functions in State House, you definitely see Raila Odinga there. Whether he's running for African Union chairmanship position or not, he's at the center of the affairs of this nation. And by the way, we are seriously respecting Raila Odinga because he's a man who has stood again and again. He has set aside his interest as a person for the interest of the nation. This nation was at the cliff, almost going to dogs on June 25th. On June 25th, it was a turning point of this nation. So but Raila Odinga came out strongly.
So what was the problem on June 25th that Raila resolved?
No. You saw what happened. State institutions of the Republic of Kenya, judiciary, parliament, these are 2 arms of government which were, there was serious insurrection against the 2 arms of government.
And Raila resolved that?
Okay, no. Raila did not resolve that, but he came out in a couple of days. You saw he said that he had a discussion with Uhuru Kenyatta.
So is it Raila Odinga, is it Uhuru Kenyatta? No. What are you talking about, Mheshimiwa?
What I'm saying, Sam, and you need to listen to me, you don't need to put words into my mouth. What I'm saying is, I know, Sam, you don't feel very well that Raila Odinga is in Kenya, is in government.
This is not
and what you're saying, Sam, is that the Treasury today, petroleum and energy today, cooperatives, micro-enterprises in the Republic of Kenya are a docket which are in the hands of ODM. Matters managing the government affairs of the Republic of Kenya
are now.
We are not ashamed to say that we are together with ODM in managing the affairs of the government.
All right, Mheshimiwa. And by the way, I have zero feelings about whoever is in government. And even if I did, it doesn't
you
matter.
seem to be conflicted, Sam.
No, I'm asking. Of what?
You seem to be conflicted. You seem to be a bit annoyed that Raila Odinga is no longer with you.
I am not the subject of the discussion here.
Mheshimiwa is so excited with this development. He's like, oh my God, I can't believe we are here.
Yeah, Mheshimiwa, I am not subject of discussion here.
Let me tell you, Sam.
And my opinions...
My brother Senator
which you
from
do not
PC
know, just hold
and
on.
my brother Senator
Mheshimiwa
from...
Ruku, just hold on. My opinions which you do not know do not really matter at all. Mheshimiwa Ledama, karibu sana.
Thank you very much.
Senator of Narok County, and we're here speaking about that top story that is on the Daily Nation. Raila's Nabzuhuru talks, saying that there was a meeting that was supposed to be held of the council, but ODM did not attend, and we're just trying to diagnose what could be the challenge in there. And Mheshimiwa Ruku has been saying that ODM joined government, and that's why moving on, things have to run as he's describing them. I'm just wondering if that be the case, and there's a parliamentary group meeting called by the Kenya Kwanza administration, would Azimio attend? Or ODM?
Why would ODM attend an UDA parliamentary group meeting? Mm-hmm. It is clearly a UDA parliamentary group meeting. So we've got no business attending it. We have our own ODM parliamentary group meeting. We have our Azimio parliamentary group meeting. So really, you asked a question, so I'm answering.
Yeah.
You know, so it's very simple. You know, the reason why it's called a UDA parliamentary group meeting is for the UDA members of parliament to go and caucus. So ODM doesn't have any business being in that meeting.
And that infers that because of the 5 cabinet secretaries now, that ODM is squarely in government, which Senator Onyonka shares. Do you share the same?
I think I was very clear when I attended the session in this same TV station, and I indicated clearly that I'm a member of the minority party of the Senate of the Republic of Kenya, and my role is to oversight government. And the success of a democracy depends on the critical role played by Parliament. You know, I see myself as a critic of the government of the day. I want service to be delivered to my people. I want my people of Kenya to be provided with electricity. I want, when we're even confirming cities, we make sure that all the services that are required in that city are available. You know, there's always this selective service delivery. And I think my position in the Senate is to ensure that there's equity, even if there's no equality. So really, we need to demystify these things. You know, what is the role of a member of parliament? What is the role of a senator? You see what we're doing there. We're trying to oversight on county governments. So really, I think it's about time with this new democracy that we have. It is about time that even the narrative we have in Kenya today should not be skewed towards, you know, taking people to think there's government, there's opposition. Because there's really no opposition. There is oversight, in my view, and I've always stood firmly on that, you know. So if you ask me whether ODM is in government or not, I do not believe that ODM is in government, myself. I believe that there are a few members who subscribe to the same principle that I do, you know, of social democrats, who are in my political party, that have now joined the government side to be able to assist the government deliver services and to be able to bring some form of stability in this country. You know very well, Sam, that even if we look at the last general election statistics, the numbers were not that different. You know, if you actually go with the official ones, which were announced of 200,000 differentiation between Raila Amolo Odinga and Kipchirchir Samoei Arap Ruto, it was that 200,000 shows that this country is divided 50-50.
Right.
Yeah. So really, people coming together and working, you know, for the good of the country, I will support that. You know. But does that mean that I will negate my position as a member of the minority party? You know, we'll always have our say. We will say what we want done. We will oversight, and in most cases, you know, maybe change will come along that way.
All right. And of course, that conversation continues. But we are receiving breaking news this morning that there has been a road accident that is in Miga area near Salga, Nakuru County. And 7 people are said to have lost their lives, with 38 others injured. We're reaching Marian Nyambura, who is at the scene, to bring us to speed about what is happening. Marian, what can you tell us this morning? Right, we're trying to get in touch with Marian Nyambura. We understand that there has been a road accident, and we are getting information that 7 people have lost their lives, while 38 have been injured and rescued from the scene, which is in Miga, near Salga area of Nairobi-Nakuru Highway. Do you have Marian now? Good morning, Marian. What can you tell us?
Good morning, Sam. Well, indeed, this is an accident that occurred at around 5 a.m. Along the Nakuru-Eldoret Highway at Sachangwan area, Miga area in Nakuru. This involving a coast bus, or a bus belonging a 50-seater or 60-seater bus, as well as a saloon car. And this is along the Magic Wall, which was constructed to avoid accidents along the Nakuru-Eldoret Highway. Remember, Salga or Sachangwan area is one of the areas that was had witnessed accidents along this route. And so this Magic Wall was aimed at ensuring that the accidents are, well, of course, curbed. But right now, what we are seeing is a picture of or the wreckage, or some of the wreckage of the vehicle of this particular bus that was involved in the accident. What we have gathered so far, or we have spoken to the first responders, they're actually telling us that what happened is that this particular bus lost control after the brakes failed, leading to this. So we'll just be speaking to one of the first responders to give us more details into what exactly is happening. But right now, search and rescue efforts are still ongoing. We understand that that there are some people who are still trapped beneath the wreckage of this particular bus, and so the search and rescue mission is ongoing, as well as this particular ramp is here to ensure that it lifts the wreckage of this vehicle, so that they then begin or continue with that particular exercise of rescuing those who are still trapped beneath. I'll be speaking to the first responders. First off is Rachel, who was here early morning. Pengine Rachel Maru, uweze kutueleza nini haswa ilitokea mapema leo na ni jinsi gani ambavyo mmekuwa mkihakikisha kuwa mmeweza kuwatoa wale ambao wamehusika kwenye ajali hii.
Tumepigiwa simu tukaambiwa kwamba kuna ajali ambayo imefanyika hapa. Wakati tulifika hapa tukakuta coast bus ilikuwa imegonga ile gari ndogo, ikakuja ikateremka ikaanguka hapa. Sasa kitu ambacho kiko tunaambiwa kwamba na abiria kwamba hii gari ilikuwa imeharibika, wakaripoti Kericho kwamba gari hii kuwa mzuri, lakini hawakusikiwa, wakakuja ndiposa sasa wakaleta hiyo shida yote.
Naam, pengine ukiweza kutueleza tangu asubuhi mmeweza kuwatoa ama wangapi ambao mmeweza kuona wale ambao wamejeruhiwa, na vile vile mili ngapi ambazo ameweza kuondoa katika tukio hili?
Wenye wamepelekwa hospitali ni karibu 36, 38, na wengine wamekufa ndio wamepelekwa mochari. Wengine bado wako trap.
Sawa sawa basi. Well, Sam, that is the first responder. We'll be speaking, of course, to other witnesses, as well as the Chief Miga area, just to give us more details or shed more light into what exactly transpired. But currently, the scene has not yet been cleared. Police officers, yes, are here. They are trying to ensure that they clear the scene as soon as possible, so that for ease of traffic flow. But what we are seeing right now is still the wreckage of this particular saloon car is still stationed here. We are seeing one of the vehicles that breakdown vehicles that is supposed to transport this vehicle or tow it to the either Molos police station or Salga police station here in Nakuru. So this is an accident that occurred at around 5 a.m. We, of course, will get more details from police officers regarding the death toll, which currently what the exercise as the search and rescue mission is ongoing. Of course, there are some bodies that have already been retrieved from this particular scene. So this is the vehicle, the saloon car that was involved in this particular accident involving the coast bus. And so we will be here just to give more details as we wait to see or get confirmation from the police officers regarding the death toll or the number of people who have succumbed as a result of this particular accident. Sam?
All right. Thank you so much, Miriam Nyambura, for that update, of course, about that information of the accident between the bus and the saloon car. And we'll be sure to follow up on the details to bring you more in our subsequent bulletins. Our thoughts and prayers with the families that have lost their loved ones, even as more efforts are put to ensure that those affected are attended to at various health facilities. We take a short break here. When we come back, we'll be diving into the conversation about what is happening the education sector. Do stay tuned for that.